All right, let's take a look at the E-Trade Financial chip count. Here are the top 5 chip stacks in the room. Jeremy Joseph on top of everyone. And there you see how some notable players are stacking up. Cunningham over 1 million chips. Hellmuth just hanging on. Back now to our featured table. Victor Ramden right up there with the chip leaders. Has built a very good stack for himself. Action, though, on Reggie Lyons. 24-year-old Irishman. Looks down at ace-10 offsuit.
Lyons attended Trinity College in Dublin. I believe they are the Demon Deacons.
Them too. Amazing. Lyons raises to 22,000. Victor Ramden now with pocket eights.
Victor drove a taxi in Guyana before coming to the U.S. in 1989, and then he was a pool hustler for a while.
Ramden calls for 22,000. Michael Carroll still card dead. Officially. So Ramden and Lyons to the flop. The flop is 4. King 8, a set of 8s for Ramden. He's got a chokehold on this hand. Lyons with ace high. Bets 35,000.
Boy, Victor's got to love that. The other fella doing his bidding for him.
And there's a smooth call from Ramden. Turn card now is a 10. That pairs Lyons, but Ramden with the check mark. Lyons now checks.
Lyons bet with nothing, and now he checks when he hits a pair.
Ramden with a big bet, 80,000.
Well, again, Ramden's pretty active in pots. I think he's tough to put on a hand.
Lyons makes the call.
Lyons calls drawn dead.
River card, 6 of hearts. Ramden, of course, with the 3/8 has the check mark. Lyons checks again.
Thinks better of it again.
Ramden has been quite aggressive today.
225.
And makes another big river bet.
Victor bets a little more than 2/3 of the pot.
Lyons with a pair of 10s. And he folds them.
The 24-year-old got away from it fairly cheaply.
Another pot for Ramden.
Show the bluff? Yes. 100 each.
Boy, that's consumer fraud. There was no bluff.
Yeah, Victor pretty much had that hand won after the flop.
My first bluff of the day, folks.
Doesn't look like Michael Carroll's buying it. Perhaps he realizes Victor's real bluff came after the hand. Back at the Rio, you know, a main event victory is a life-changing event, and not just for the accountants and social workers who win, but also for the workaday pros who make their living at the tables, like Michael Carroll. He's in a hand right now post-flop, holding a flush draw against Tommy Lee, who leads with a pair of 5s. 215,000 in the pot. Turn card is a 10. Lee still has the best hand with the 5s. He checks. Carroll picked up a straight draw.
Michael checks out the board and runs through his options in his head. Should I bluff at it? Should I take a free card? Should I wear a hockey jersey the next time I play?
His choice. It looks like to bluff at it. Bets 120,000.
Tommy Lee just with a pair of 5s. He's the brother of poker pro Nam Lee.
Facing a bet of 120,000 from Carroll. Lee with a small pair out of position.
You got me laid on top pair, buddy. Good job.
He says, I'm laying down top pair.
Ace jack, right?
Carroll wins it.
Better. Better than ace jack? See, could be.
Lee didn't have top pair, and Carroll didn't have ace jack.
You have flush draw?
Victor would bet that flush draw. I don't even know. I met a flush in 100 years.
Just don't put me in your category, please.
What are you talking about? We're boys for life,
Right?
right?
Aces, kings, queens, and jacks.
You never saw them. You don't get them kind of hands.
I don't play those fancy hands you guys play.
It's a good thing you cannot commit perjury at a poker table.
Some good poker there, but not a lot of honesty at the featured table. Let's go over to table 2. We find former chip leader Jeremiah Smith. He just called a pre-flop raise with pocket trays. Tino Lekic has Smith crushed with pocket kings, 135,000 in the pot already. The flop is deuce 4-7. Lekic and his kings still way ahead.
Lekic good friends with David Saab, who's currently second in chips.
Jeremiah Smith now. That's enough to put Lekic all in. And a call.
Jeremiah Smith got reckless again. Not a good read there.
Lekic in good position to double up.
Yeah, I thought you were making the move. I was wrong.
Jeremiah in trouble.
I got outs.
Not a lot of outs. He wants to see baby cards.
Turn card now is a 9. Lekic still good.
Don't 3-ball me.
A 3 and a 3 only knocks out Lekic.
River card is a 10, and Lekic will double up.
Nice hand, sir.
Thank you.
Yet another bad read by me.
And Jeremiah Smith must yet again ship more chips across the table.
Stupid. I'm stupid.
Jeremiah kicking himself as his once large chip stack continues to shrink. Another player having some serious chip stack issues is Phil Hellmuth.
Idiot player.
I'm going to buy Phil a Slinky. I think it might calm him.
At another table, top pro Mike Matiso with a below-average chip stack in a hand with friend Thomas Keller, who called Mike's pre-flop re-raise, $114,000 in the pot. Now the flop. Flop is 8, tray 9. Keller checks it over to Mike.
Come on.
All in.
Mike moves all in. His final 271,000 chips at risk.
To win the main event, you've got to survive so many moments like these. Rather than risk his tournament, the mouth probably would prefer if Keller just folded.
He's not going anywhere. Keller makes the call to put Matiso at risk. Matiso turns over pocket aces. Keller pocket tens.
Well, the mouth likes the call now. If he can survive, he is at risk, but way ahead.
Tell me, baby. Come on.
Nice hand, Mikey.
All right, now the turn card with Matiso all in. Matiso still good.
Matiso in great position. Keller would need a 10 to knock out the mouth.
And the river card is a deuce.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
That is exactly what he's talking about, Lon.
Matiso doubles up through his buddy Thomas Keller.
The mouth has been playing some great poker.
I really thought you had queen.
He always brings his A game to the big one, trying to make a final table at the main event for a third time.
Only thing I hate about it, I have to do it to one of my very good friends.
He's now flush with chips, and now it's Keller who needs to double up.
What's the difference? If I win the tournament, you know I'll be there for you.
A do-or-die moment for Matiso results in a big pot for the mouth, seeking to make more noise in this main event.
Thank you.
This Poker Fact is brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. The top 5 pocket hands with the best chance of winning are aces, kings, queens, ace, king, and jacks. If you catch these, lucky.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, main event.
Back in the Rio Poker Room on November 11th, you can see that main event bracelet come off its pedestal and be awarded to our new champion.
I always chat, brother. Chips make me happy.
Chocolate chip cookies make me happy.
On the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam, Victor Ramden looks down at ace, queen of clubs.
He watched friends play poker in a bar in the Bronx in 2002, and that's how he got started.
Ramden raised it to $26,000 on Andy Whittick, 54-year-old software engineer from Nevada City, California, ace 9 of spades.
He started playing Hold'em in a local club 5 years ago.
A call from the small blind. Aditya Agarwal, known online as Intervention, a very active player, king-queen from the big blind.
I don't believe I've ever met him, but it's hard to tell. I think he's under there.
He makes the call for $18,000. The flop, queen, tray 4, Ramden with top pair, top kicker. Agarwal, top pair, inferior kicker.
Let's see, if you're charitable, good things should happen to you.
Whittick missed the flop, and he checks. Agarwal checked. Ramden bets $55,000. Whittick folds.
I think I do know him. He was either my first mortgage lender or he officiated my second wedding.
No wonder he's under the hood. Agarwal calls for $55,000. A tray on the turn. 2 pair for each. Ramden still leads with that kicker. Agarwal checks. Ramden does so too.
Victor decides to take a breather.
River card now is a king, and that pairs Agarwal. He steals the lead from Ramden. He gets the check mark.
Man, I already marked a W next to Victor's name in my book.
Agarwal check.